Hello, and welcome to this short introduction to a new AI chatbot with voice in, voice out, and vision. As you can see here, this is an object detection program. It's a Python script. It has TensorFlow engine back there running, and it can recognize certain objects. Sometimes it catches that chair that's in the background over there. Sometimes not. Lean this way. There it is. It's a chair. So today I'm going to be touching on object detection, TensorFlow and TensorFlow.js, speech and vision recognition on a web presentation. And for now, I'm going to turn this little 3 frames per second window off and get another way. This is a little PowerShell script. It should work fine for our purposes. I'm also using a FFmpeg to do the screen capture. So we're just like Manual Samuel here for now. So I've been searching, on the internet, looking at various chatbots, and I've looked far and wide. I'm not pleased with what I found. Although several of them that I've seen, they have a commonality to them, and that is that many of them mention ELIZA. And as you may know, ELIZA was developed back in the mid-60s by a Joseph Weizenbaum at MIT for an AI project. And it's a good example of a sequence-to-sequence model chatbot. They're very basic. It's a simple framework to implement and build on. And I guess that's why a lot of chatbots out there have maybe started with it or incorporated some of its logic and functions. But of all the chatbots I've found on the web, I've never seen one with vision. So this chatbot I've named Sandy may be the very first chatbot with vision. To have a web camera and some AI behind it, being able to see what's going on, I think a chatbot to observe you and perhaps suggest to you not to wear that red shirt with the green pants, or ask if you intend on sporting that booger all day, or if you're going to clean your face up. I think it's a good idea. All chatbots in the 21st century should be able to see. Here's the on GitHub. I've put up the files on it and a short README on it, and it's really built on MobileNet, one of the TensorFlow projects. I tell you what, this TensorFlow.org tutorials, it's got a lot of great projects in here. If anyone has an interest in TensorFlow, learning it, I'd recommend you scour this website. They have really quite a few good examples. Yeah, this MobileNet, one of the TensorFlow projects, is really nice. It's got a clean interface. You just choose a file, upload an image, and it'll give you 10 guesses of what it is, and with confidence values over on the right here. Now, I wasn't interested in getting 10 values, so I just opted for the first 2, and then actually on the chatbot, I just went for the top one. It's really no point. So, but after I modified the page around a little bit, I got it so the webcam's attached to the page. I just take a little snap, and it tells me what it thinks it is. This one's pulling the top 2 jigsaw puzzle. That's pretty good. Comforter. Yeah, I could see how it could be. Let me move the camera a bit. And snap it. Says it's a window shade, which it certainly appears to be. It could be a window shade. This one here is a filing cabinet. This one here is a photocopier. Yeah, that's true. That's what it is. You know, the guesses are fairly good, but it's not 100%, right? So, but with this modification, basically I have put it in with the ChatBot, and you can see here it's using this MobileNet webcam JS, and also ChatScript. I did like ChatScript's interface. They had a really good interface actually. Actually, it's won this Loebner Prize competition back in 2015. So it's sort of interesting. It's a good feat to be able to fool people into thinking that they're talking with a real person. I'd go to the hospital if I broke my leg, but for anything serious, I'm not sure what really works. Okay, so I'm not sure why Rose responded with that, but nevertheless, she fooled somebody. Yeah, I like the interface though. It basically has a good place to type stuff in. Got a microphone. It actually has voice in and continuous speech output, which that works. The gray is a little blasé, but we can fix that. The continuous speech, I wasn't able to get it to work. I think there's probably been a little bit of changes with Google's text-to-speech or whatever API this one actually uses, and so Google probably broke the page. I was able to get it working though, tweaked it a little bit, and it seems to work really well. And these scripts, they only work in Chrome, right? So Chrome browser's pretty much your browser of choice anyway, most likely. So on this chat box, let's go ahead and go to the demo, and on the demo we see it's very similar to the chat script. Changed some sizes, give it a little color, and highlighted some of the containers. I thought it had a nice look to it. Now this one actually won't work because it's not a secured site. So, but you can go on this link here that'll go to a faux secured site. Now it's I don't have a certificate on this this page, so you'll come here and it says, hey, it's danger, go back. But I know I'm not going to give them my credit card. I'm not going to give me my credit card numbers anyway, so I'm not worried about it. So, but she does say, you know, don't give away any secrets, you know. So, and here it prompts you then to allow it to use your camera, and the camera window's down here at the base. And then the microphone will do the same. Hello. Give me a break.
Yes. I see.
Hello.
Hello. How are you feeling today?
Great. We'll give it a name so it quits griping about
Hi
that.
there. How are you today, Grant?
And she randomly, I added a little bit of code, so she'll randomly throw in your name, give a little proper address. It's kind of the least she could do, right? So let's open our eyes, and we will probably see about the same that we saw on the other
I
demo.
shouldn't even try to guess this is a jigsaw puzzle.
I'm just going to say it's a jigsaw puzzle.
Maybe I need glasses, but it could be window shade. Are you sure the lighting is good? Because it looks like a window shade. I'm not the most experienced bot, but it looks like a refrigerator, icebox.
Try again.
Maybe you should clean your glasses, because I'm seeing a refrigerator, icebox.
Oh, Sandy, give me a break here.
I shouldn't even try to guess this is a medicine chest, medicine cabinet. Is your monitor clean? I'm guessing this is a file cabinet, filing cabinet.
Yes, Sandy, finally, you guessed it. So, basically, yeah, we got refrigerator, icebox. Yeah, it looks like an icebox. Maybe I should organize over there just a little bit. It might be a little clearer. But anyway, you get the idea. You can chat with her. You can show her images. Talk about it. If she's not very confident, then she'll give you a little more vague response. The original Eliza Python script looks like this. It has a reflection section. So if I say I'm tired, she'll come back with, oh, why are you tired? She won't say, why am you tired? That's a very nice little section. It's not 100%, but it works well. And then Psychobabble is it's got multiple responses for various sub phrases that you might have. How, why, because, I'm. If you mention a friend, then it'll start talking about friends and such. And the routine, other than those two arrays, is really quite basic. It's got two functions to it. It analyzes the statement, looks for the pattern in that Psychobabble array, pulls up one of them by random, shoves it in the reflect, so it reflects your words, so it doesn't sound like a total idiot, and then brings it back down and displays it for you. Very simple. I've modified it a little bit, added a few things for the web display here. A few more libraries, basically the same Psychobabble. I have added a part for the I call it chances. Wasn't the best name, was it? But it mostly keys straight from the confidence values. So if it's a low confidence value of 6, it's making wild guesses and try to guess and such. But if it's a 2 point something, then she's fairly sure. So the language changes a little bit. And again, down at the bottom of the functions, I've just added one to speculate, and that's it runs through and it looks for terminology to reflect the object. Down at the bottom, the main is a little different. It has the visual system that can send images and also the text of what MobileNet has described the image by. And if you don't put in your name, it'll address you with random person. Thanks for stopping by, random person. It's about that basic. Now the HTML, I think I've actually loaded this as a PHP. It's got one PHP script in it, but basically pretty basic. Added the switch in there, and changed the background color to a light blue from that gray. I thought that gray was a bit gray, yeah. And it uses some AJAX functions so it can send data in the background without showing up on the screen. The Visual Assist sends data without showing up on the screen, so the messages always are going in the background. And that's about it. It does have an upload. You know, I've fought with trying to pipe in the Image64 based images just straight to the function, and it just wasn't easy. So I just decided to go ahead and save the image and then reopen it. It seemed to work out well. It's basically the same thing. If you modify the code, you may find an easy way to do that, but I did not. Now here's the JavaScript file, and it's a tad lengthy. It has, I think, 26,000 lines of code in it, and these are all concatenated codes too. It begins. I put the webcam script on top just because it was handy, and then this is all TensorFlow JS stuff, and we get down into it a little deeper. We've got the mobile JS stuff kind of running around in here somewhere. Here's a list of objects that it can that it has labels for, and it's got 999 of them, I believe. Yeah. Oh, 1,000 of them. That's nice. That's a really well-developed model. And you know, using a predefined model is really the only way to go, because you this must have been like crowdsourced or crowd contributors to build this model with this many objects in it. The amount of pictures that have all gone into building this model is, you know, way in the thousands. So now here's where it pulls the model. On the next video, I'll be moving this model to. I'd like to serve it locally. Maybe cut down on some latency time, and maybe swap it out with perhaps a better model. There may be some better models out there nowadays. I think it would really just add quite a bit of new dimensions to it, and also maybe I tried to add YOLO version 2 or version 3 to it. Having object detection, I think, could really help it a lot. So be sure to like and subscribe and click on that little bell so you get notified when the next video comes up and we change out these models, make this modification. Thanks for watching.